According to God, you are currently seen as someone who is completely free from blame and any reasons for disqualification in front of my throne. The Father affirms that you are not disqualified in any kind. You are not inferior or inadequate. I am the exclusive determinant of fate and nothing else. You do not need to wait for any conditions to be fulfilled before you embrace and embody the person I have created you to be. I evaluate you based on the complete embodiment of the Christ within you. Listen to the proclamation I make about you, as spoken by the Father. You have been granted the verdict of heaven. There is no historical documentation of any wrongdoing or offense being recorded by the monarchy. The prosecution lacks grounds for appeal as there is no evidence to substantiate their case against you. Before the inception of the world, I made arrangements for you to experience a state of innocence and freedom throughout your journey through this particular phase of your existence in my presence. Even if you refuse to listen to the adversary of your soul's criticisms, they will be silenced. Resolve now to refuse the criticism and insults he has directed at you. Consistently ignore the words spoken by the enemy and focus on receiving my approval and acknowledging my presence within you. Permit my words to go deeply into your heart. Subsequently, the manifestation will occur, and you will discover yourself as a triumphant individual amongst the conflict, with your foot firmly placed on the devil's neck and the symbols of triumph adorning your shoulders. Today, God declares that He takes delight in perplexing the adversary of your spirit. The adversary is unable to comprehend the strategic plan that I am directing in your life. It is important to acknowledge that the enemy does not possess omniscient knowledge. He has a limited understanding and is aware of his limitations. I am charting a course for you outside the boundaries of the enemy's comprehension and mental processes. He will assemble infernal committees with the sole objective of futilely attempting to predict my future actions in your life. The Father encourages you to delight when you are misunderstood and when people fail to appreciate the course of action that I am currently implementing within you. The evident curiosity displayed in the gazes of others serves as a clear indication that heaven's strategic plan is effectively unfolding. The human capacity for reasoning and understanding will never fully comprehend the route guided by the Spirit. The esteemed human brain will not be of use to you in the elevated realms of my Spirit. Refrain from allowing your intellect to seize control of my authority in your life. I preside as the ruler within your spiritual essence, rather than your intellectual faculties. Placing trust in me requires having faith in my intellect and comprehension, which surpasses your own in terms of depth and breadth. Obey my guidance and pay attention to the strong influence of my divine presence within you, as I guide you away from the control of the enemy and towards the ultimate triumph and fulfillment that I have assured you. According to God, few individuals accompany others on the narrow road. There will be occasions when it will be only you and I together. I designed you to possess a social nature, and indeed, I established the inclination for individuals to seek companionship within family units. However, there are occasions and specific moments when you must forge on without the solace of a supportive group. Be aware that the Father affirms that He will never abandon you and He will never go from you. I shall replicate my essence within you, endowing you with inner fortitude when all external means are depleted. I am the companion who remains steadfastly loyal, surpassing even the bond of a sibling and possessing a deeper level of closeness than your closest relative. During times of isolation, you will discover the true location of the idols in your heart. Proceed to excavate them and expel them from your emotions. The Father declares that He is a possessive deity and will not tolerate the existence of any other gods. Do not despair or question the unexpected and complex paths you may choose to follow. Be aware that I am present and under my protection, you will never be in danger. Jesus Christ declares that He is currently providing you with protection by His existence and enveloping you with His affection. I am your protector. During times of impending storms and chaotic natural forces, I serve as your refuge and protection. You shall dread nothing. While observing others experiencing the negative effects of their surroundings, it is important to recognize that you are protected within my pavilion, and you will not be subjected to any injury or damage whatsoever. The Father asserts that one should not permit people to tamper with or interfere with one's identity in their life. Upon witnessing my existence in comparison to yours, they will offer their assistance by saying, "Allow me to aid you in that matter." Simply decline their offer with a polite, "Thank you, but I am not interested." I am the epitome of self-sufficiency in your life, and no individual, doctrine, or institution can enhance or surpass my significance. The Father declares that He serves as the source of validation and security for you. Today, choose to align yourself with my heart rather than the thoughts of individuals who believe that what they are presenting to you is necessary for entering my kingdom. I am dispelling the pretenses and ideas of others who have attempted to claim a special position in your life that rightfully belongs to me. I am doing so with the force of my influence. They exclusively consist of the groom's friends. The bride chamber is beyond their jurisdiction, and they have no role or involvement in the interactions that occur between you and me in that setting. Just as Boaz draped his cloak over Ruth, I have enveloped you with my presence and will bring you close to me, where we can have an intimate conversation. Within that shelter and under that protection, you will experience absolute tranquility and total security, shielded from all the turmoil, dangers, and adversities that surround you. Before the video continues, I request you to help by super thanks. Jesus asserts that if I prioritize the concept of everyone receiving their just desserts, our current discussion would not be taking place. Allow me to provide you with a potent word that will accelerate the fulfillment of any request you make to me: mercy. The Father implores you to show kindness, and in return, I will manifest my mercy in your life. Indeed, it is true that those individuals who have slandered and ridiculed you are not benefiting themselves in any way, nor are they gaining favor with my kingdom by their actions. Show them mercy unconditionally. The Father declares that I have handed over your adversary to you. What is the next step? Your level of grace in your current circumstances will be determined by your actions of showing kindness and empathy towards people who oppose you. The Father affirms that love is infallible. Escape from failure and the repetitive pattern of frustration, and generously bestow your affection even onto those who may not deserve it. The Father urges you to be completely open and honest, withholding nothing. I extend my hand to you in the same measure that your heart remains open, even to those who are ungrateful and disregard you with apathy and contempt. The Father declares, "Rejoice." If they had the ability, they would have disregarded me. I am going to undertake an endeavor in your life that will astonish and provoke intense jealousy in others. I refrain from expressing my affection for them not because of a lack of love, but rather because of the abundance of it. Are you prepared? Embrace the day ahead and exhibit love throughout the entire day, regardless of any circumstances. Today, God declares that He is granting you renewed entry to His enabling presence. The adversary is attempting to divert your attention and suppress my presence in your life through mere subjective viewpoints. Set aside the burden of appearances and the desires of your mind to embrace what you perceive as reality. I do not rule over your thoughts, but I am established as the supreme authority within your innermost being, your spiritual self, and I proclaim my presence and dwelling from there. The Father advises you to consciously instruct your mind to be still and silent. I will never tolerate or condone a defiant and entitled mindset. By calming your thoughts and regulating your inner self, you will join the ongoing dialogue that I am already engaged in with your spiritual essence. It is important to acknowledge that your spiritual being, which has been reborn via the influence of my spirit, comprehends and grasps my thoughts and future actions. Many people are confused because they are unable to differentiate between my voice and the voice of their inner self. However, your inner self is in harmony with my presence in your life and will convey to you the abundant blessings from heaven to guide you through this challenging period. Direct your emotions towards me, declares the Father, and release any distractions that lessen the magnificence of my presence within you. You will receive a financial return as you take action. You will witness the expeditious completion of the task that I told you I would undertake in your particular circumstances. Today, Jesus Christ declares that He is cultivating His essence within you. Confront your challenge head-on and approach it with my authoritative might and my justified anticipation. There is no alternative strategy. Insist on the ousting of the adversary who has ridiculed you. Indeed, the adversary has assumed a physical form and the taunting words of the scoffers have resounded within your hearing. I will handle them as long as you maintain your cool in their presence. May my tranquility remain with you, even when confronted with criticism, ridicule, and intimidation. According to the Father, the enemy's intentions are completely fabricated. The envisioned future they have depicted for you will ultimately prove futile and disintegrate into insignificance and ruin. I am exerting the muscles of my powerful right arm on your behalf. I will easily unsettle the malevolent entities that have encircled you with just a single look. I will restore your tranquility and provide you the triumph that was purchased by the sacrificial blood of the Son. The Father assures that He will promptly rescue and liberate you, as now is the opportune time for your salvation and favor through His intervention. According to God, the period of waiting has come to an end. The commitments I make in your life have a very short duration. I am ready to introduce you to my current state of being. Are you ready to comply? The directions provided are straightforward and the outcome is guaranteed. Pardon. Release. May you be blessed. progress and advance towards the level of maturity that I have cultivated inside you. The power I have bestowed upon your existence will become evident when you take action based on the guidance I have provided. Do not turn your gaze in the opposite direction. Do not delay in finding out who will accompany you on your journey, as it is meant to be undertaken alone. The Father affirms that you have aspired and yearned to be an innovator and a pioneer, and this opportunity is now within your reach. Are you prepared to progress? Pay close attention to the harmonious sound of my voice within your inner being and obediently follow the path that I guide you towards. The limitations are broken as the frequency of my voice is unleashed in your life via uncomplicated and compliant obedience. The Father declares that He is currently guiding you to the destination you have been requesting. He questions why you are opposing this guidance. Some certain objects and individuals are unable to reach the location to which I have summoned you. The delay you have experienced will come to an end when you allow me to instruct you on what items to include and exclude in your preparations for this upcoming season. The Father asserts that it is time to mature. The reliance on immaturity and juvenile reasons is no longer appropriate for you. I am facilitating your maturation into the complete extent of the stature of Christ. Immature language, behavior, and viewpoints must be discarded. The Father declares that the magnificence of Christ is now close to the core of your existence. I am urging you to embrace a higher level of submission to my Spirit. Now is the opportune moment to surrender and let go, allowing me to address the aspects of your life that I have graciously overlooked thus far. Shouldn't we abandon such immaturity? I will not fulfill your expectation of reprimanding you like a toddler by smacking your hand. I sacrificed myself on Calvary so that you could be regarded as an equal to the humanity I exemplified on earth. Embrace the opportunity as a burden of duty, and the obstacles you have faced will vanish, leading you to the fulfillment of your intended purpose. Before the video continues, I request you to help by super thanks. Today, God declares that He is not a distant deity. I am easily approachable and reachable. My phone is not disconnected and my number is not hidden. If you search for me with complete devotion, I am confident that I will be discovered and develop affection for you. Your mind may not comprehend this, yet its state does not determine the limitations of what I am willing to accomplish in your life. The Father states that He does not judge based on the state of your thinking, but rather on the state of your heart towards Him. Now is the moment to relinquish the crown of power and the scepter of rule that governs your thoughts and reasoning. When you give your mind control, it can only exhibit contempt and dishonesty. The mind is an indulged juvenile that incessantly craves stimulation, seeking constant mental engagement, auditory input, and visual stimuli. To whom are you going to acquiesce, as said by the Father? Will you follow the whims of an entitled child or the commands of the Supreme Being who reigns in your heart? Every external alteration commences with an inside metamorphosis. The external limitations and obstacles in your life will disintegrate when you choose to overthrow the oppressive control of superficial knowledge and instead align yourself with the guidance of my Spirit within you. Today, God declares that a new connection is being established between my mind and yours, starting from this very day. I will enable you to comprehend my ideas, even though my thoughts are unfathomable to your logic and reasoning. I will influence your thinking to align with my own, even though I am not a human being and do not possess the same thought processes as a human. My reasoning may seem irrational to the average person, therefore do not be discouraged when many around you believe you have gone insane because you perceive things that they cannot. You do not have the authority to persuade them. I have contacted you to have you listen to my voice and promptly provide a response, immediately. The Father declares, I am speaking. Are you listening? I communicate throughout the nocturnal periods, elevating you beyond the terrestrial realm and facilitating a deep connection with me that extends well beyond your immediate surroundings. I am communicating with you in a hushed manner while you travel to and from your destination regularly. When you believe your mind is in a state of neutrality, I am providing substantial downloads of revolutionary and liberating information that have the potential to alter your current situation, provided you are open to it. The Father requests that you create space within your head to accommodate my thoughts. The comprehension of others regarding the religious mindset is quite limited and cannot fully grasp or embrace the actions that I am prepared to do within you and using you. Direct your attention upwards, as instructed by the Father, and you will perceive the sensation of my exhalation on the back of your neck, as I communicate to you in a hushed tone the predetermined objectives of my dominion that will triumph over any opposing plans targeting you. The divine proclamation declares that you have sought after the sound of my voice, which reverberates within your being. I will refrain from raising my voice or using vocal projection to get your attention. As Moses previously stated, my voice permeates your being in a delicate and nearly unnoticeable manner. I will always respect your concentration when you are engrossed in something other than my presence. Today, the Father declares that you will take the role of initiating communion with me since I have completed all that I intended to do in that regard. The cross symbolizes my welcome to all. There is no need for uncertainty over your reception when you approach me. I am eagerly awaiting your response, with open arms and a hungry heart. There should be no confusion since my heart comprehends your heart. The Father asserts that he will never distance himself from you. Moses had a limited view of my posterior, and this had a profound impact on the entire human population. I will communicate directly with you. Are you prepared? Are you prepared for the transformative impact that direct, in-person connection with me will have on your life? The Father declares, whether you are prepared or not. I am arriving. Jesus Christ affirms today that your heart will not falter, as others have faltered. The troubles of life originate from within your heart. I reside within your heart and I am emanating from your existence like flowing streams to rejuvenate you in arid locations. I am emanating like a river that traverses a desolate terrain. The topography of your future is being fashioned and transformed by my current presence and influence in your life and heart. Submit to my swirling and flowing forces, declares the Father. Embrace the profound influence of rewriting the billboards that depict your future. I am a deity who embodies commitment and fulfillment, rather than disappointment and sorrow. You do not require my presence in your life alone to experience heartbreak and emptiness. The inherent condition of someone who is alienated from my favor is characterized by brokenness and emptiness. You are inextricably connected to me, and there is no distance or division between us. The Father asserts, have faith in me. Have faith in the systematic approach I am taking to navigate the current circumstances and scenarios that do not align with what is best for you at this moment. I am initiating the change. I am advocating for a transition from the current state of affairs to my desired location. Before the video continues, please like the video, share it with your family and subscribe to the channel and check out the link in the description. Thanks for watching the video.